Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a sector that might surprise you, cordless stick vacuums.
Yeah, it sounds pretty specific, doesn't it?
Right. But the growth, the trends, they're actually fascinating.
Absolutely. We're basing this on some really insightful data from cognitive market research, looking at trends from 2021 all the way to 2033. It paints quite a picture.
And our mission today is to pull out the key insights for you, get you up to speed fast on where this market is and where it's heading.
Because the numbers are pretty staggering.
Exactly. It's more than just cleaning. It hints at bigger shifts in, how we live. Okay, so let's start with that big picture. The overall global market. What are we looking at?
Right, so globally, the growth is really exceptionally strong. In 2021, the market revenue was just over $11 billion.
11 billion. Okay.
By 2025, that's expected to hit around $15 billion.
15. All right. Growing fast.
But here's the kicker. The projection for 2033, almost $28 billion. 27,825.7 million, to be precise.
Wow, nearly 28 billion.
Yeah. And that reflects a solid compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of just over 8%, 8.03% actually.
So more than doubling in, 12 years?
That's right.
That's a huge shift.
Yeah.
It suggests this isn't a niche thing anymore. It's becoming a standard household item, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. A move towards convenience and maybe cordless tech generally.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for me, the regional breakdown. How does this growth look across the globe? Where's it really taking off?
Well, Asia Pacific is a real powerhouse here.
Okay.
It started at nearly $3.6 billion back in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and it's projected to reach almost $9.7 billion by 2033.
Almost 10 billion just in APAC.
Yeah, it's massive. That's underpinned by a regional CAGR of about 8.6%.
And drilling down within Asia Pacific, any particular countries driving that, or maybe some surprise performers?
Oh, definitely. China is, of course, a huge market, looking to hit nearly $2.9 billion by 2033.
Yep.
Japan's also strong, set to pass $1.7 billion.
Right, the major economies.
But the real standout story, I think, is India.
India. How so?
Its growth is phenomenal. From about $569 million in 2021, it's projected to surge past $1.8 billion by 2033.
Wow, more than tripling.
Exactly. That's a CAGR of, get this, 10.45%. Way ahead of many others in the region.
10.5% CAGR for India.
Yeah.
That's incredible. What does that signal?
Well, it often points to things like a rapidly growing middle class, more disposable income.
That may be skipping older tech.
Precisely, a leapfrog effect straight to newer, more convenient solutions. And beyond those big three, you've also got strong growth, 8, 9% CAGRs in South Korea, Australia, Singapore, Southeast Asia, Taiwan.
So broad strength across the region.
Mostly, yes. The rest of APAC's category is a bit slower, around 2.4% CAGR, but the core markets are booming.
Okay, fascinating. Let's shift gears then. What about North America? How does it compare?
North America is also very robust. Sales were over $3.2 billion in 2021, and that's expected to reach over $7.7 billion by 2033. The CAGR there is a solid 7.5, nearly 7.6%.
Still very strong growth. And the U.S. role?
The U.S. is definitely dominant. It goes from $2.5 billion in 2021 to projected $5.8 billion in 2033.
Okay.
But interestingly, Canada shows even faster growth in percentage terms.
Oh.
Yeah, Canada's market is expected to go from about $500 million to nearly $1.5 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR over 9%.
9% for Canada. That's higher than the U.S. rate.
It is, yes. Mexico is growing too, more steadily, around 6.7% CAGR, projected to hit about $456 million.
Interesting dynamics even within North America.
Okay.
So we've covered APAC and North America. What's the picture in Europe?
Europe is also a significant steady market. It was over $2.7 billion in 2021.
Right.
And is forecast to reach over $6.5 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of about 7.4%.
Very similar to North America's overall rate then.
Pretty close, yeah. You see consistent adoption. Germany, for instance, project over $1.2 billion by 2033. France approaching $1 billion. The UK heading towards $760 million.
And other European countries?
Yeah, places like Italy, Russia, Spain, the Nordics, Switzerland, they're all showing steady growth too, mostly in that 6.5% to 8.5% CAGR range. It's a widespread trend.
It really seems universal then. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, are there other maybe emerging regions showing strong potential too?
Oh, absolutely. Let's look at South America.
Okay.
Their market grew from around $748 million in 2021, projected to hit over $2 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of nearly 8.9%.
Almost 9%. That's faster than Europe or North America overall.
It is. Brazil's leading, expected to reach over $820 million. But countries like Argentina, Colombia, Chile, they're showing KGRs around or even above 9% too. Real momentum there.
Wow. Okay, and what about the Middle East and Africa? Are they part of this wireless wave?
You bet. The Middle East shows really strong growth. It went from just under $400 million in 2021 to a projection of over $1.1 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of almost 9%, 8.98%.
Another high-growth region.
Definitely. Saudi Arabia, the UAE are big contributors. The UAE's growth is particularly striking, nearly 10% CAGR.
Almost double digits.
Yeah. Turkey, Qatar, Egypt are also expanding significantly, mostly above 8.5% CAGR.
Okay, and finally, Africa.
Africa's market is smaller but growing steadily, from about $308 million in 2021 to over $720 million projected for 2033.
Right.
Key countries like Nigeria and South Africa are contributing consistently, with KGRs around the 7% mark.
So it's truly a global phenomenon. Okay, we've seen the numbers, the reach. What does this all mean? What's actually driving this incredible surge everywhere?
Well, the report boils it down to a few key things.
Okay.
First, just a fundamental rise in demand for portable, wireless cleaning. People want convenience, ease of use.
Makes sense. No cords.
Exactly. Second, and this is absolutely crucial, huge improvements in battery technology.
Ah, yes. Longer run times, better power.
Precisely. Longer life, more suction, lighter weight. They've overcome a lot of the old limitations. That's a game changer.
Yeah, I can see that.
And third, there's just generally more consumer spending on home appliances, people upgrading their homes, looking for efficiency and comfort.
That really clicks, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
desire for quick, easy cleaning. Grabbing something lightweight for a quick spill, no plugging in. It fits modern life perfectly.
It absolutely does. It meets that need for, hassle-free living.
Goes ahead.
The potential for more innovation, more profit. It's clearly massive. This isn't just a trend. It feels like a fundamental shift driven by what consumers want and what technology can now deliver.
Right.
And it raises a really interesting question, doesn't it, about how our desire for, say, ultimate convenience intersects with tech advances to reshape even mundane stuff.
Yeah, it really does. And that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. What does this mass adoption of these specialized, super convenient gadgets tell us about the future of chores? Are household tasks becoming invisible, just seamlessly handled by smarter tech in our homes?
Yeah.
Or maybe, what does it say about our relationship with our homes? Are we just looking for easier ways to maintain them so we can focus on, well, living in them?
Something to think about.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the surprisingly dynamic world of cordless stick vacuums. Keep exploring, keep questioning.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. You ever look around your home and, think about those appliances that just make life easier? Today, we're actually looking at one that seems simple but is really changing fast. We're talking about the cordless stick vacuum. We're going deep into how this market is evolving. It's more than just cleaning, right? It's about what's driving the huge growth we're seeing, what problems still exist, and the really cool trends coming up. Our mission, like always, is to dig into the research and pull out the key stuff so you get the important insights fast. Okay, so let's unpack this. What's really the engine behind this, massive boom in cordless sticks? Feels like they're everywhere now.
Well, yeah, the big thing is definitely people wanting cleaning tools that are easy and light. But it's more nuanced now. The interesting part is how this need for convenience has actually split the market a bit. You see specialized models popping up like just for pet hair or cars or getting cobwebs off the ceiling.
Ah, okay, so not just one size fits all anymore.
Exactly. It fits much better with how people live today, especially if you're in a city or an apartment. You want something small, easy to grab for quick messes on, different floors, wood, tile, whatever. Ergonomics matter too.
And it's definitely not just convenience. I mean, the technology has really stepped up. That seems huge. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is fundamental. It's not just better performance. The real leap is how battery tech, specifically lithium-ion, got so much better. The energy density, basically.
Right, more power in a smaller package.
Precisely. That gives you a power-to-weight ratio we just couldn't get before. And the digital motors, they're not just faster, they're way more efficient. They spin incredibly fast, like over 100,000 RPM, sometimes turning power into suction with hardly any waste. That combo completely changed what a portable vacuum could physically do.
So they can actually compete with the old plug-in ones now.
Pretty much, yeah. In suction power and how long they run. That fixed the old complaints. Now they're a genuinely strong portable choice.
Okay, so you've got convenience, this amazing tech, and it feels like this all plugs into bigger changes in society, how we actually live.
That's right. If you connect the dots, you see things like more dual-income households, people living in smaller city spaces. It all pushes demand for appliances that don't need much fuss.
Less time for chores, basically.
Exactly. People want solutions. Easy to use, easy to store away, quick to charge. Cordless sticks just fit that bill perfectly, especially for, tech-friendly homeowners or professionals in cities juggling busy schedules.
Sounds like the perfect cleaning gadget then, doesn't it? But like any market growing this fast, I imagine there's still some bumps in the road. It's not all smooth sailing, is it?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's interesting, actually. The biggest hurdle often is still the upfront cost compared to, say, a traditional canister or upright vacuum.
Still more expensive.
Generally, yes. And it's because of those components we just talked about, the strong batteries, those advanced motors, the sleek, lightweight design. Manufacturing that cost more,
So budget-conscious folks might still pause.
for sure. Especially maybe in developing regions, that initial price can be a real barrier.
And, okay, let's say someone does buy one. Are there any other, let's call them gotchas, that might pop up once they get it home? Things that limit how useful it is?
Yeah, there are a couple of user experience things to keep in mind. With some of the, let's say, entry-level models, battery life can still be frustratingly short.
Right, like you run out of juice mid-clean.
Exactly. If you've got a larger home, you might need to stop and recharge, which kind of defeats the purpose of quick and easy. That's a design challenge they're constantly working on. And the other thing is performance on really thick carpets. They've improved massively, but some models still struggle to deep clean, really plush high-pile carpets compared to a powerful upright.
Ah, okay, so maybe not a total replacement for every situation just yet.
For some homes, yeah, they might still keep an old upright around for those deep carpet cleans.
Got it. So we've covered the drivers, the challenges. Let's look ahead. What does this all mean for the future? What's on the horizon that's exciting?
Well, one really significant trend is adding smart features. IoT connectivity, Internet of Things.
So your vacuum talks to your Wi-Fi.
Basically, yeah. Think app control on your phone,
Yeah.
checking the battery level in real time, maybe even compatibility with Alexa or Google Assistant.
Huh. What would that actually do, though?
Imagine getting a notification when the filter needs cleaning, or maybe a heads up that a part might need maintenance before it breaks. It turns it from just a tool into more of an intelligent appliance. Tech-savvy people really go for that.
Okay, I can see that. And what about sustainability? That's huge everywhere else. Is it hitting vacuums too?
Oh, definitely.
Right.
It's a really strong emerging trend. You see major brands talking about using recyclable materials, making the motors more energy efficient, even using biodegradable packaging.
So consumers are asking for that.
They are. People are looking for greener options. It resonates. The big question for the companies, though, is how much people really prioritize it. Is it the deciding factor over, say, raw power? Or is it more of a nice bonus that tips the scale between two similar models?
That is interesting. And how are all these new features and models actually getting to us? Is it still just buying them in stores, or is that changing?
That's a great question about how people buy things now. We're seeing a huge jump in online sales and also direct-to-consumer D2C models.
So brands selling straight from their own website.
Exactly. Especially newer digital-first brands. They use e-commerce really well. They work with influencers. They put out online video tutorials. It helps people research and decide what to buy. But it also just opens up the market way more. Small, innovative brands can compete without needing shelf space in a big box store. It's kind of leveling the playing field.
Wow. So it's clear this whole cordless stick vacuum space is really being shaken up. You've got tech, lifestyle changes, sustainability, all pushing it forward. It's kind of amazing how fast they went from being like a niche thing to almost standard.
It really is.
Yeah.
And yeah, while there are still those issues around price for some and maybe performance limits on certain surfaces, the overall future looks really bright. The innovation isn't stopping, and people clearly want that convenience and efficiency. It's a great example of how everyday tech just keeps evolving and changing how we live, sometimes without us even noticing it that much.
So true. Which leaves us with a final thought for you, our listeners, to chew on. Thinking about all these trends, smart homes, eco-friendliness, specialized tools, what brand new must-have feature do you think we'll see next in our home cleaning gadgets? What's the next big thing?